A very good morning and welcome to the Ladies Club. My name is Vaylen Kirtley. So good to be with you and thank you for joining us today as we shine the spotlight on women in sport.
Absolutely. Today we usher in a spring, a time for great new beginnings. And our guest today, of course, knows all about new beginnings. We will be joined in studio by the first female president wa Safa, South African Football Association, Ria LEDWABA. She is currently on the hot seat. She's on a mission where she is establishing the first ever women's national league. That one it'll come next year, and she shares to us about all of that and more and where it all began. On social media, at sports at SABC, hashtag the Ladies Club, go Facebook, go Twitter at sport at SABC. Hashtag the Ladies Club.
I'm so excited for our game changer today and our trailblazer, because I mean she really is. She's both of those things. She's a game changer and a trailblazer. Is Ria LEDWABA. So today we're going to zoom in on those women who are breaking the glass ceiling. Well, when it comes to sports administration, as sport continues to evolve, so are the roles when it comes to women in sport. There was a time when sports administration was considered a man's world, but huge strides have been made, especially when it comes to football in South Africa. I guess Ria has long been in the forefront of football administration and has excelled where many thought that she would fall.
Absolutely. Now, Golden Girl double Olympic champion Caster Semenya also clinched the diamond trophy with an unmatched 1:55.727 seconds run to win the women's 800-meter gold Zurich. This, by the way, is her third consecutive 800-meter IAAF Diamond League title. She is in such good form. And
then just 3 days later in Berlin, Caster shattered her own South African 1,000-meter record. Her earlier mark of 2 minutes 31.01 seconds had been set in Rabat in Morocco 2 months earlier. And this is what got people shouting on social media, because that's where she met NBA star LeBron James.
Yeah, the two legends in a beautiful pic on social media. But as per tradition, now if you are unwilling to leave some place you've outgrown, you will never reach your full potential. To be the best, you have to constantly be challenging yourself, raising the bar, pushing the limits of what you can do. Do not stand still. Leap forward. Those are the words by Ronda Rousey, who is an American professional wrestler. Incredible words.
I couldn't agree more. The only thing that we can be sure of is change. Hey? And we've also got to take a leaf out of that book and continue to push ourselves to evolve. Ronda is a professional wrestler and enjoys a career as a WWE superstar following a groundbreaking career in MMA. The Raw Women's Champion was the first American woman to earn an Olympic medal in judo after winning bronze at the 2008 Summer Olympics in Beijing.
She's really incredible because she's won 12 consecutive MMA fights, including 6 in the Ultimate Fighting Champs in July this year. She became the first female fighter to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, UFC Hall of Fame. Wow.
And it's her ability to evolve, what she's speaking about there. It's her ability to take on challenges,
new challenges.
That has seen her be so successful.
I absolutely love her character, what she stands for, what she continuously pushes for, and I love the fact that I can look up to someone like that to be able to evolve, whatever broadcasting role we find ourselves in, able to evolve.
Absolutely. We're off for a quick break. When we return, we chat to none other than our game changer today, Ria LEDWABA.
Welcome back. We don't know Larna Lera Tahala Mafumahadi link the Ladies Club Mona Mokanale Yarona Yabo Bedi. Hopulang Hore Ogar Fumana mo social media platforms. Sabadi sang hashtag the Ladies Club at Vaylen Kirtley at Lebo Motsoeli at sport at SABC. Marhari Buakari Tabazaro Natsaka Genera Hopula Hore South Africa. Sabadi sa handle came out tops at the 14th edition of the Female All Africa Challenge Trophy, and this was held recently in Naheng, Ghana.
The South African team demonstrated good teamwork and tenacity, beating off competition from 18 other African teams who participated in the 3-day event.
Our game changer today paved the way for many women in football. Ria hails from village just outside Modjadjiskloof, Limpopo, and is running the show now in Gauteng.
The former Ria Stars owner recently rose to new heights when she was voted in as the first woman vice president of the South African Football Association. Ria continues to be an inspiration to the younger generation. Welcome to the Ladies Club.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Where did it all begin? And we know your story haholo because of Hopolaka Football Club e Vaylen I buile Ria Football Club. Empa football, sport, lerato lo qadile kae?
A family of boys. I come from that family, 4 boys. I'm the only girl, the last born. So
Yeah.
what else? You can only love that sport.
Yeah.
So that's where it comes from.
Sure.
And you used to play growing up?
No, never.
Never at all?
I was just a supporter all the time.
Wow.
Yes, I've been supporting them. I've been watching them playing football. There was even a time when my late brother was supposed to go to America to go and play, but my mother said,
No.
No.
Sure.
Yes.
So, Tato Hatsia Bolo Kadile from the family where you used to be with the brothers, and then you decided, okay, how tswela pele with your life? What then led you to ukene ditabeng le the administrative work ya football?
Well, I think it started when I identified young boys playing Kusheho. And there was this cheapest little league then. You know, so I said to them, you playing, don't you want to be registered in this league? And they were very excited. It was just a competition. It was not a league. And that's where it started. And they were playing for Seshiho Naughty Boys. Then I had to go to get permission from Seshiho Naughty Boys. And they said, no, that's fine. You can do it. So that's where it started. And I started administering football since then. And there was a time where then I decided, in fact, when I was visited by boys from Seshiho Naughty Boys that were not playing, you know, they had many players. You know, the 2 teams that was popular in Seshiho was Stonebreakers and Naughty Boys. So you'll find they've got 50 players each team. So some of them talented would not play. So they came to my house and say, Mama, can you register us? There was a competition called Toyota Under 21. So I said, but it's a competition. When you are knocked out, what do you do? Then we decided to register them in the Impala League then, and they decided what the name should be. You know, they were Ria United, Ria this, and we finally all agreed, or it must be Ria Stars. And said, no, we can't be united, we are stars. So we want to be Ria Stars. So that's how Ria Stars was established. And I remember I paid 400 rand to register. Back then, to register them. There was Smirnoff League, but because there were talented players that were well known, so the president of Safa then, the late Ruben Mukhashwa, agreed that they must register in the Impala League.
Sure.
How did you know that this was the right fit for you and that you were on the right path? Because you grew up around football, you were used to being a supporter, watching your brothers, supporting them, to then going to the Chappies League and picking out some talented boys. How did it go from that to then having this team that would go on to compete in the top flight?
Well, in 1989, I made a decision and I said, look, I'm going to try. I think I love football. Let me try it. Let me give myself 10 years. In this 10 years, I'm going to take this team from the grassroots, all the levels of football. I participated there, and I will see in 10 years if I'm successful. Then I know that I've achieved. If I'm not successful in the 10th year, I decide to quit because maybe it's not a good a platform for me. But indeed, because there was planning, there was I put and I was disciplined and I put a lot of effort into that. You know, I didn't have a lot of things that I would have wanted to have. You know, I used the money that I was earning from my way. I was working for the government, so I was using my salary to cater for the team. So indeed, in 1999, Ria Stars was in the Premier League, and that was the 10th year that I set myself a goal. Yes.
Sure. A little bird also whispered to me, because a lot of our viewers know you as Ria LEDWABA, football, sport, that's it. But you have a diploma in ministry at Hope Restoration Leadership, a certificate in ministry also. Where does that now come from? Because that's the other side of you. I've also just recently learned.
Yeah, well, I come from a family, a religious family. You know, where I come from, the village, it was compulsory to go to Sunday school.
Yes.
You wouldn't even go on holiday. You would not be allowed to go on holiday because you will miss your Sunday school. So my spiritual life comes from that background. And, you know, I go to church and I want to hear the word of God all the time. And I just thought I want to be in a position where I can understand when somebody preaches in front of me, so that I can relate to that person. And I decided I want to do this ministry. And I did the ministry, which is a certificate, and I did the diploma. I'm now doing the degree.
Are you practicing? Yeah.
Are you planning on becoming...
No. You see, that's where people make a mistake. Ria is going to be a pastor. No, it's not about that. A pastor, it's a calling.
Yes.
You're called. You just don't go to school and want to be a pastor. Yes, they do that, but I believe it's a calling. So it's just the love of God, and I just want to understand. When I'm sitting there and a pastor is preaching, it makes sense to me. I understand because I can relate to what he's talking about. So it's just about that. If I have to be a pastor, it will happen. I don't have to say I want to be a pastor, but for now, it's the understanding of the spiritual life that I'm in. What is it that is expected of me as a person, you know? And it has helped me a lot. I am who I am right now is because of my spiritual life. There are certain things I can't do. There are certain things I do in a principled manner.
Wow. Is it also because there's far too many of these kind of Hollywood churches?
I think you are right, because, you know, there's so many churches, there's so many pastors that come from different countries. They come to South Africa and everybody goes there. It's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying to understand when somebody, I'm a supporter of TBN. I watch it every day. There's a pastor that I watch every morning without fail, because he speaks to me. What he talks about, it's affecting my life. So even when I'm down, I'm able to say, God, I can do it. You know, if someone else can do it. And you know, in the Bible, there are so many examples of people that have done extraordinary things and from nowhere. You know, God used them to do excellent. He uses even people that you say it's a prostitute. But God uses that particular prostitute to achieve his purpose. So, like I say, I'm always a servant.
Wow, she's an extraordinary woman, chatting to also very true spiritual woman. So you're really incredible this morning. I think it's time to take a little bit of a breather.
Yes, we're going to take a quick break. Remember, we are on social media. Just use our hashtag the Ladies Club. We're back with the final part and our final bit of the conversation with Ria LEDWABA.
Re tswela pele ka lenaneo la rona la the Ladies Club. O hopolang hore you can have a say in our conversation as we're chatting to Ria LEDWABA in studio at Vaylen, Kirtley, at Lebo, Motsoeli, at Sport at SABC, hashtag the Ladies Club. But now Ghana, as you've heard, will not be hosting the 2018 Africa Women's Cup of Nations after unsuccessful preparations in the country due to the Ghana Football Association being unable to perform its duties. Now, the tournament is scheduled to be held from the 17th of November to the 1st of December. South Africa, obviously, is the next favorite place to host the continental showpiece.
And this is something that would be absolutely brilliant for Banyana Banyana, because this is the tournament where they qualify for the FIFA Women's World Cup. Maria, how much of a possibility is it that South Africa can host the Africa Women's Championship?
I spoke to the president on Saturday before I went to Eastern Cape, and he said he's going to try all his best to be able to make sure that we host. I know it might be late for government because we need government guarantees, but we have shared that with the minister at some point about 2 weeks ago to share with her the importance of hosting. If we host, you can imagine the support that we are going to get, and I'm confident the girls will go to the World Cup for the first time.
Maria, you are now the vice president of Safa. What has been some of the biggest challenges leading up to this now momentum or momentous position?
Well, after being appointed, the president gave each and every vice president a responsibility. My responsibility was women's football and school sports, a bit of commercial. And I decided then to say, look, we have to start with knowing the status quo of women's football in South Africa. You know, we have done it in 2016 where we presented a document to the NEC at a workshop in Devon, but it was a phone call. You know, we're calling the provincial secretaries to get the information. And you know, with a phone call, you can get information that is not there. So we wanted to go to each and every province and meet with the teams, hear them. What are the challenges on the ground? What is it that they want to see us doing for them? Because we are serving them. And the other important thing was to know that the council has taken a decision to establish the Women's League, which will start in 2019. So everybody wanted to hear, what is this? How many teams? How is it going to be played? So we're trying to do that. We have visited already 8 provinces. We are only left with KZN. And I can say it was amazing to see women so excited, dedicated to play football, and they were saying, this is long overdue. We have been waiting for this league for too long.
We have spoken about a women's professional, semi-professional league for so many years. Some people hear you speak now and they think, more empty promises.
No, actually, there was one lady in Witbank, Mpumalanga, and the student said, Mrs. LEDWABA, can you confirm
please.
here for sure that we are going to have this league? And I said to her, I'm here representing the council. I'm not here as Ria LEDWABA. I'm here because the council has already taken a decision. So I am here to just share with you the concept. How is this concept going to? We're already speaking to a lot of sponsors. They're interested in the... Now we should go back to them and say, yes, the council now agree whether it is a 12-team league or is it going to be a 16-league team. Yes, we want 16-league team, but we are... The 8 provinces has already taken a decision that they think the best is to have 12-league team. The reason being that we are saying if we have a 12-league team, for the next 2 years, each province will have a team in this league. There will be no relegation, there will only be promotion. The first year there will be the team, the Sasol team that goes to the final, they promoted 14, the next year 16. So a province can have 3 teams in the National League if they can strategized properly because every year there will be a team there will be two teams promoted into that league. So that's the message we were sending them. Very well accepted. There were some questions, how the ages of the players, you know, what is the structure? How is this structured? We said all the teams that are playing in the Sasol League this year, they go into the playoffs in November. They already qualified in the league. Then the universities are playing in the Sasol League, but for marketing the league, we're saying the university have their own championship that they've already qualified. UJ has already qualified. So we are bringing UJ into the league. There are 10. Then in the Premier League, there's only 2 teams that are playing, that are having women's teams, which is Sundowns and Celtics. It was a debate with the teams, but we were able to explain to them that if we go to the market with no names, we know you have played for years and years, but, you know, if you come there, there's Sundowns, there's Celtics, there's UJ. There's a great opportunity for us to bring more sponsors into this league.
Ma'am Ria, when we take off the Safa Vice President hat, your experiences in football, how do you wind down? How do you take off the hats, the suits, and say, I'm going to relax? Do you watch movies? Do you listen to music? What do you do in the times that we don't see?
I just watch music. I'm a gospel music listener. You know,
do you sing?
No, I don't.
What's your favorite song?
Unfortunately, I can't sing. The voice tells you I can't sing. I can't. Yes, but I watch a lot of gospel music. Well, I always go to movies. My daughters will come and say, no, just relax a bit. You're working too hard. Let's take you to a movie. And I'll go to watch a movie. Otherwise, you know, I'm a soccer fanatic. I'll go to the games and go and watch, you know, the Premier League teams when they play. I'm always there if I'm available over the weekend. But I've got grandchildren. Yes,
they keep you busy.
And it looks like she enjoys being a granny too. You inspire so many women, and I'm sure many women ask you, Ria, how do you do it? And as we wrap up our conversation with you, what are your words of motivation to other ladies out there?
I'm just saying, if you love something, you have passion for it, go for it. You know, let's stop thinking that the woman's place is in the kitchen. You know, there's so much that we can do out there, you know, with this beautiful game. And I've seen that now, currently, we have got over 800 women that are serving in the structure of football, from the local football association, regions, and national. So we have so many women that are there. So they just need to be empowered. They need to participate in this national league. We need to have interprovincial tournament back. You know, we want to see more of that, so that these women that are in the regions, they can be able to participate.
You said you believe that women should never disclose their age.
Yes.
And that we're now only 16V forever.
Yeah. I don't celebrate my birthday. The last one was when I was 16, so I remained 16. I don't go any further. Just want young people to be encouraged that, you know, you can look the best if you want to. Age doesn't count. You just look after yourself. And I know women can look after. Look at you. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
That is our game changer, South African Football Association's very first women vice presidents. It is something we're going to be speaking about for many, many years to come. And that's how we come to the end of another great show.
I really have nothing else to say. I think it's been exciting. I'm inspired. And I'm taking this energy to the next week as we bring in another great episode of the Ladies Club.
Ria, thank you very much. And remember, until we meet again, that greatness is never given. It's always earned. Bye-bye.
Thank you.